It's Week 7 of the NFL. And up next is Demario Davis. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Saints and the Bucs, next on Madden Football.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A 4th down. Here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 13 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing on first down is Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Carr. This ball complete into the hands of Anderson across the middle. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Carr going to throw. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he's going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Carr now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Ziegler. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Henry running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Ziegler. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second down at the 43-yard line.
Here's the option. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6. The Bucs at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Carr now on 1st down. Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on him?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Now a timeout, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now this throw caught left side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ziegler. Got his man complete over the middle. That's right. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rashad White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Carr. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ziegler.
He's got his tight end. It's Alberto now.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Ziegler. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Not only was it a double move route, it was a dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip him in time. Big play. Throwing on 1st down. Ziegler. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Climbing end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dalton Kincaid from 13 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now Carr. Again, it's Johnson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds, and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's into the clear. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 23-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And out of balance all the way down at the 3. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up the 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Point after here coming up. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 45 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On the draw, it's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
And now at this point in the 1st half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Ziegler.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On play action, now Carr. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Here's Carr now going to fake the jet sweep and throw off play action. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The coverage by Carlton Davis.
On play action, it's Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Kamara. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Again, Kamara. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Ziegler throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw on 3rd down, Ziegler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Off the play fake, Ziegler. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Ziegler working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First down, here's White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's brought down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6. Again, it's Henry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Carr again. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Carr now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Carr will look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. They begin with Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. They'll go up the middle with White. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 102 yards rushing for him now to this point. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Off play action. Ziegler. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Off the bootleg. Ziegler. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Carr now on first down. Olave over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, Carr's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On first down, Carr.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On second down, here's Carr. And This is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Carr to throw again. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long.